Sort of plug what we've got going on tonight. We're doing a lot of ZvZ this week on 12 Weeks with the Pros, and kicking it off with Strife Crow, Evil Genius's Zerg player, and really the guy that's kind of doing the most with this Infestor style in ZvT. Now, we're not talking about ZvT tonight, but we'll certainly ask him a couple questions about it at the end of the show, so everybody needs to be sure to tune into that as I put on my slippers because my feet are cold. I hate having cold feet. All right. Looks like you're going to bust out a little extractor trick. Or yep. Cool.
Oh, that fucking prick.
That fucking prick, indeed. That's okay. Yeah, you can pull drones like you're doing, or you can do any number of other things. I want to let you. I'm gonna just follow your lead for now.
Yeah, I usually don't encounter this, so.
Well, you better get used to it now, because it's gonna become a lot more common as you get better and better.
You know what? I might just have to give up my second expansion here. I think.
I think that would be a terrible decision.
Oh yeah. Go drones, go! Watch him pop a cannon, I guarantee it. Oh, fuck's sakes, I knew his base was on my map, and I totally had him on a patrol route.
QQ. And there's the problem with pulling drones. So you have your pool just finishing, so you can make a couple lings. When lings come out, it will be a non-issue. After this game, we'll spend a little bit of time talking about exactly how you need to handle that kind of thing. I promise you're going to see it a lot more as you climb the ranks. And maybe in the silver leagues and the gold leagues, people don't do it because they don't necessarily understand the flow of the game. But once you start playing platinum and diamond level guys who kind of get it, and they watch some pros play, and they sort of understand how important little things like that can be, you're going to see a lot of high-lock blocks.
Got it.
And my voice is a little froggy because of the 8 hours or so of coaching I did yesterday.
Oh, jeez, that's hardcore, man.
For real, man. Sunday's the busy day.
Oh, jeez. Made a lot more Zerglings than I thought I did right there.
Yeah.
Take a peek, see what he's doing.
Exactly. If you make this investment in Zerglings, just make sure that you use them. It's never a bad idea to have lings, but it's always a bad idea to make lings and then just not do anything with them. And just checking on his front should not be the extent of your scouting. You should be checking around the map everywhere. You should be looking for proxies. You should be looking for hidden pylons. You should be looking for.
Okay, well, I know he went dual gas there, but I don't know if that means early stalker pressure.
I know what that means, and we'll talk about that when the game's over.
Perfect.
Interpreting the scout is one of those things that's harder to do as you start out, and it becomes much easier as you acquire more and more experience. It sort of stands to reason.
You know, I am doing horrible. I must apologize.
You're doing fine.
Not used to it.
You're doing fine.
Perfect.
You do want to start your Zergling speed and get some drones down into your natural.
You got it. Oh, get out of here, you stupid probe. Screw you.
Screw you, you stupid probe, indeed. So you do know where he is, right? Okay,
yep.
Here we go. I think making spine crawlers when in close positions is a very intelligent decision to make. I think making 3 spine crawlers in close decisions is possibly a little bit overkill. I'm not going to tell you to cancel any of them. I want you to just do what you would normally do. But
got it.
That might be a little bit more of a commitment to static defenses than
You know, I should have had a link too to see, you know, when he's pushing out and stuff, because this is where I usually go downhill, and I don't see anything coming.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Now, like right now, this is where I'd normally make a bunch of roaches, being, oh shit, he's gonna attack me, panic mode.
Yeah, well, you can't operate that way. You have to you need to try and sort of, rather than just feeling out the game and saying, okay, well, I feel like he's going to attack me now. You have to base everything off of facts.
I'm not sure what just happened to my Zerglings. I swore I just sent them there.
Well,
I'm pretty sure they just died.
Okay, well, that's probably a fair assessment to make. And there you see kind of what's up. A lot
Sentries,
of sentries,
oh god.
and some zealots. Now you have those spine crawlers. A few roaches might not be a bad idea, indeed. Sentries are, you know, one of those obnoxious units that nobody likes to deal with. Absolutely.
Oh, I hate them. Honestly, they keep cutting my army in half. Drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. But at the same time, they don't do a whole lot of damage. They don't represent a threat by themselves. The sentries only become scary when he has lots of other stuff to sort of make them better.
I see.
Now, I do have
Thinking
to
of
question your decision to stay on hatchery tech for so long.
Oh god, I totally forgot about that. The pressure's on, you know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Everybody's watching.
Everybody's
man.
judging. Everyone's being like, oh, look at this noob trying to expand towards the Protoss player. What is he thinking?
Oh geez, look what I got. A pylon over here.
There you go. Now, expanding is never a bad idea, and this is definitely a time in the game when you would probably want to do it, but you don't want to expand into Protoss. You don't want to lessen the distance between you guys. You always want to expand away from Protoss and Terran.
I don't know if I want that gold mineral field, though. If that would be a good idea, or...
There's actually nothing wrong with taking the gold. You know, it's not a spot that I would normally expand to because I like to play super safe. But there are super good players out there who will expand to that gold every time, like Sheth and Katz.
And you know, I usually have an overlord outside their base, so I apologize for not doing that because then I can get an overseer and kind of get some more scouting, huh?
That's okay. Just the general scouting is not where it needs to be, and I am definitely seeing things just in your kind of game preparation, just your general understanding that are lacking. So that's something that I'm seeing immediate changes we can make that will result in immediate improvement.
Perfect.
Which is good. Makes my job easy and makes you feel good about, you know, paying to be here.
Not sucking.
Exactly.
Hopefully. Okay, get some upgrades going on here.
Fuck yeah, man. Those are important.
I'm gonna see if I can do some harassing with these Zerglings, maybe.
All right, let's talk about that decision. How many minerals do you have right now?
Lots.
How do you feel like? Do you feel like your macro has been good?
No, I feel like I could probably expand like 20 more times. If
Right. So I mean, if he's macroing better than you, is he going to have more units or less units?
He could have more. I'm not too sure. I mean, he's got more drones than me, probably.
I mean, if you have 2,200 minerals, and he has, instead of 2,200 minerals, 1,000 minerals, who has more units?
Him.
So how effective is your harass going to be if he has more units than you?
Not very.
Okay. I want you to understand that thought process.
I do want to see what he's got going on over here, though.
You do need to. Now, using the Lings to scout is not a bad idea. And there you see pretty much his whole army.
He had a lot of zealots there.
Yeah.
Pump out a couple more roaches.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
And send some drones over here to this expansion.
Also not a bad idea. Now,
For some reason I feel like dropping a Spire, because usually this is when Colossus tend to come out, I believe.
Can you afford a Spire right now?
Well, I just placed one. Low on gas, so I should start collecting over here.
There you go. Now, there are little rules I give my students from time to time that will help them with their macro. A macro is absolutely the hardest thing to do effectively at lower levels. but it's also one of the easier things to fix. And macroing effectively, and here's an attack that's just ill-fated. You have 3,000 minerals. You cannot engage him directly. It's not going to work because he's going to have more stuff than you. Macroing effectively is difficult because it comes down to the very difficult macro mechanic of the Zerg race, which is injection. You know, you have 100 energy on your natural queen, 100 energy on your main queen. That's 8 injections. That's 32 larvae. That's,
I know, I'm all over the place.
That's, you know, 2,500 minerals worth of roaches.
Jeez, that's a lot of roaches.
Yeah. Just to kind of put it in perspective.
My armor upgrade's almost done here.
That's good. But I mean, if you look up and you see you have 3,100 minerals, if 2,500 of that had gone into roaches.
How did I know Colossus were going to be on the board? Jesus Christ.
It's just perfect game
sense.
sense.
I lost my queen.
Perfect.
See, now, if I got that gas earlier, I could probably pump out corruptors, but...
Yep.
You know.
And what we're seeing here is just that you're sort of fondling blindly through the dark.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the first time you hook up with a girl, you don't really know what to touch or where to put things, but you know, you figure it out just by feel, kind of.
Okay, kind of retreated a bit.
And then you do some research, you watch some dirty movies, and then after a couple more tries, you feel like a porn star.
That is awesome.
So.
I love how my thing just got screwed up here. No, my God! Stop kiting me into you asshole.
We're seeing that the macro is still an issue.
Oh yeah, 4,000 minerals. I think I'm setting a personal best.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Is there a Guinness record for this shit?
I think it's about 4,700.
Oh jeez, please, please no. I gotta spend these minerals, man. Spine crawler.
You have 8 larvae in your main. You have 11 larvae in your natural. You know, that's stuff that can be made into other stuff. That's money that can be spent. And here you are going to finally engage.
And I'm good as dead.
I mean, yeah, you're going to lose this fight, but I don't think it's as one-sided as you necessarily thought. I mean, it's still pretty one-sided. But you dealt some damage back.
You know, should I ever target fire a Colossus with roaches? Or is that bad?
Yeah, of course. If you can hit it, then you should absolutely do so. But if he's going to micro it to the back, then, you know.
I absolutely feel right now it's necessary for me to call a good game.
I think that would be a fair statement. All right.
Yeah.
So that's our jumping off point. That's game 1. How can we build on that? How can we do better?
Well, like I said, I mean what did I end up with there? How many spare minerals was that?
4,699.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I gotta spend those somehow. and those larva injects, then out all that extra larva.
Yeah,
cool. No,
that's tough, you know. And your larva injections are not going to be perfect, but there are things we can do. There are shortcuts we can take. There are corners we can cut. First and foremost, your larva is a resource, just like minerals and just like gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, maybe?
Yep.
Yes, coach, I believe you.
Yes, I believe you.
Okay.
I have 100% faith.
Just like minerals and gas, your larva is a resource. And just like effective macro is demonstrated by keeping your minerals and your gas low, effective macro is also demonstrated by keeping your larva low. You know, and it was consistent throughout that game that you had, you know, 10, 12, 15 larvae sitting, you know, across your hatcheries.
Yeah, that could have made a bunch of drones too, or something.
Yeah, you know, it could have been drones. It could have been any number of things. You know, more drones is always good. In your case, they were certainly unnecessary. But let's talk about something a little bit more fundamental, which is just your general understanding of the timings and the things that are required of you as a Zerg player to make the units that you need. You sat on 1 gas for a very long time.
Yep.
And then we went up to 2 gas.